What if there was a way that you could go from idea to income in less than 4 weeks? In fact, on October 25, this is just over 3 weeks ago, I had an idea for a brand new program, a way to meet people where they were at and to work in my unique ability. I had this idea, and just 22 days later, I made the first sale. So I ran some numbers and I found out something mind-blowing. Already, this launch, which just opened on Friday, November 15th, already this launch is 17 times more profitable than my first launch 3 years ago. This is exactly what happened to me this weekend, and I'm recording this for you on November 18th, the day that this episode comes out. It is 6:56 a.m. I got up at 5. I started writing this story out, and I want to tell you this story because there might be a way that you can work in your unique ability, be paid for your ideas 10 to 100 times faster than you might think is possible, and that you can develop a type of courage where you build up trust in yourself. You trust yourself that your ideas are worth it, that you are worth it, and that the people you're serving are worth it. That's what this episode is all about. This is kind of like a launch diary of an entrepreneur diving deep into her unique ability, building courage, and taking action despite uncertainty. Now, before I can tell you exactly how I went from idea to income in less than 3 weeks, or just a little over 3 weeks, we need to back it up a little bit. Where and when was the seed of entrepreneurship planted? What type of roots have I built up? And where did it all start? So it all started with 8-year-old Ine. So 8-year-old Ine had a rock collection. And every day at school, I started homeschooling, by the way, at grade 3. So this was grade 2. 8-year-old Ine would load up her backpack full of rocks, so heavy that the principal actually would have to help me carry this backpack from the school to the bus so I could get home. And I wanted to add it to my rock collection. So I remember my mom telling me somewhere that year, Ine, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I was like, I don't know. I love rocks. And she told me, Ine, you know what? I think you would actually make a really good entrepreneur. And that was the first time I'd ever heard the word entrepreneur. And I asked her, Mama, what is an entrepreneur? And she told me it is someone who creates something new and sells it. They create a business out of something they love. And I thought to myself, well, I love rocks, so how about I paint rocks and sell them? That was my very first idea. Now, granted, I did not go that route. I was studying cello at the time. We were spending hours upon hours doing cello every week, which I loved. I absolutely adore the cello, as you know, hence the name of this show, Cello Brain. But 8-year-old Ine could never have known what that first seed of entrepreneurship, like that love for business, for creating something new and putting it out in the world, what that could have brought. So essentially, I started diving really deep into competitive cello playing. We traveled all over Alberta, all over the country for these competitions, and I developed my cello skills. I mastered the art of playing the cello, and I have very far to go. I know that I'm going to continue developing my cello skills till the day I die. But I tell you that to say I started teaching in person. I started being paid for performing cello, that type of thing. And what I realized is I was made for even more. There was just more that I wanted to do. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I'm not going to tell you all the in and outs of my entrepreneurship journey, but what I will tell you is that the Ine that started her first business at 18 is not the Ine today. That Ine took a whole 10 months to launch her first course. Now, that is more what today's story is all about. So a couple of years into my entrepreneurship journey, I decided I don't want to be doing my business as a side hobby. I was actually in Rodan and Fields. That's maybe where a couple of you know me from. That was my very first business. And a couple of years in, I was like, okay, I've spent decades on the cello. Let me just do something cello related. Let me create a beginner cello course. So I had that idea September 2021. This was 3 years ago. So September 2021, I had that idea. 10 months later, I launched the course. This is July 2022. In comparison, this launch, the one that I thought of the idea 24 days ago now, today, as I record this, I had a sale on Saturday, 22 days after thinking about the idea. And this resulted in a launch that was 17 times more profitable than the one I had 3 years ago and is just growing from there. That is why I'm recording this right in the weeds of this launch. I want you to know that it really is possible for you to launch an idea into the world without fancy sales emails, sales page, all of these funnels. There really is a way that you can do it in a way that you don't sacrifice time with your kids. In fact, I still only worked my normal 3 to 4 hours each day, early in the morning before my 18-month-old is up and then in his nap time. And in fact, I even did some of my best work while building a snowman with him a week ago when we had our first snow. This to me is the epitome of this 10x sleep. I let go of working hours and hours a day, not launching, not putting ideas in the world, to only working 3 to 4 hours each day and launching within 22 days of having an idea. In fact, this sale actually came through before the program was announced. Isn't that crazy? There really is a way that you can do that. You can do that, and that's what this episode is all about. So, one more crazy fact for you before we continue into how you can actually do this. So, neither one of these programs, the one I launched 3 years ago and the one I'm launching now, neither one of them I created the program in advance. It is being created with the people that are buying so that I can serve them where they are at. The best programs are filled with life and have so much more depth when I launch it and created with the people. So the question that I have right now is, what on earth was I doing for those 10 months? What was I doing? I was waiting. Essentially, I was waiting till I felt ready, till I felt like it was the right time. And the question I have for you is, why are you waiting? Why are you waiting to write your novel? Why are you waiting to launch your group program? Why are you waiting to launch your first course? Why are you waiting? The only thing that happens when you wait is the idea stays in your head. The only way for your ideas to fulfill their fullest potential is to put them out in the world. And that is the only way to know if it's actually a good idea or not. You simply just don't know what is going on in the minds of your followers, your prospects, your ideal client. Like, you could write out 10 different ideal client avatars, knowing exactly how Hannah, the 26-year-old corporate girly, does her coffee in the morning and drives 22 minutes to work, and like all of these things. Believe me, I've been there. I've done that. And ideal client avatar profiles, it's helpful. It's helpful to get you started, but you just don't know really what's going on in the heads of your people to the fullest extent. So take the example of a reel going unexpectedly viral on a topic you would never have even expected. That is how people who actually have repeatable virality happening actually grow, because they are putting ideas out there, they're seeing if it works, and then they go back and repeat those things that did work. It's the same thing with any kind of idea, any kind of offer, any creative project. There really is a way that you can earn while you learn. You don't have to lock yourself into this windowless office for 10 months trying to figure out what's going on in their head. There's actually a system you can use to start executing on your ideas so fast that you are shocked by the results. Just like I am. I am both shocked and I expected this to happen because I moved fast. Wealth loves speed. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, he says, most people don't need more information. They need more courage. And that is what this new program, the idea I thought of 24 days ago, is all about. Are you ready? It is called Innovation Incubator. In Innovation Incubator, you will go from idea to putting it out in the world, idea to income, in 4 weeks. That means you're going to learn the system to go from being just an idea person, a creator person, to an innovator before Christmas. The program runs from November 22nd, that's on Friday. So you have 4 more days left to find out if you qualify. December 20th is when we're done. That's 4 weeks. You could finish or even make massive traction on a project. And you will learn the repeatable creator to innovator system. This is the exact system that I used to go from idea to income in just 22 days. You will have accountability and coaching to streamline your ideas. That way, your efforts are connected to the bigger picture. Essentially, we will be biohacking your brain so that you can know what you're supposed to create in this world in your lifetime and know what to create in the next 10 minutes. That'll help you keep the main thing, as Warren Buffett says. So the number one cause of delayed results is delayed action. And over the last 5-6 months, I've been having conversations with entrepreneurs of all levels, people who want to launch a business and people who have multiple 6-figure businesses. All of them say that they wish they could trust their actions. They wish they could follow through, and they wish that they could use their entrepreneur ADHD brain as an asset instead of as a liability, as something that gives them traction instead of distraction. So imagine a laser. Imagine a laser. It is concentrated. It is so concentrated, it can pierce through wood, metal, so much more. On the other hand, think about a lamp. I have a lamp right there because I'm recording this before the sun is up. I want relatively good lighting. It is a comfortable light. It's a warm light. It spreads out across the room. Now, which one would you rather your business be like? The laser or the warm lamp? The warm lamp is comfortable. The warm lamp is cozy. It is thinking inside the box. The laser pierces through the box and allows you to have the business you're dreaming of. And it allows you to have the business 10 times faster than the warm lamp does. So one thing that I noticed is that all entrepreneurs want the same thing. They want to see results. And most importantly, they want to see results fast. Many of these incredibly creative entrepreneurs are not lacking for ideas. They are lacking for action and courage. They're lacking for a system that they can trust, that their ideas are going to be captured where the fire and the essence of that idea is captured. They are lacking for a way to actually then use those ideas and implement them instead of just sitting down to work and having literally no idea what to even write about. Their results are diluted because their actions are not concentrated. So John Lee Dumas, he is an entrepreneur that really inspired me a couple of years ago to start taking more action, build these roots of taking action. He says, would you rather have a business that is an inch deep and a mile wide, or a business that is a mile deep and an inch wide? Now, the thing about lasers, the speed of light is fast. It moves quickly. Wealth loves speed. When your business is like a laser, when your focus is like a laser, you move digging that mile that you want your business to represent 10 times faster. And that is how you grow fast, by taking action fast. And that is why Innovation Incubator is for you. If you have ideas, if you have not seen the results you want to yet in your business, you can make massive traction in 4 weeks without sacrificing family time, without sacrificing your energy. In fact, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tidbit of one of the things we do the very first week of Innovation Incubator. We actually figure out your body's creative chronotype. So the time of day that you can create quickly, that you can create with quality, with excellence. And what that means is you'll actually be able to get the most incredible results, work with excellence without sacrificing family, without sacrificing your energy. That is what I've been implementing the last year and a half or so to get to this point where I launched an idea, made sales from it 22 days after just thinking about it. Did you know, actually, when I had the idea, I actually started selling it like I was in a sales conversation 2 minutes after having the idea. Now, that's a story for another episode. But regardless, there really is a way that you can end the year strong. End 2024 strong. Apply to see if you qualify for Innovation Incubator. And that is your first step. Innovation Incubator is open. We start on November 22nd. All you have to do is see if you qualify, and we will go from there. The link is in the description. And you can end 2024 strong knowing that you did your absolute best. Ultimately, you cannot control the results. You simply can't. All you can control is your input. You can control your actions and your attitude. And I know that you want to see results fast. So let's build deep roots of action, deep roots of courage. And then you will be able to end 2024 strong knowing you did your best. Imagine what you could create. You could have a group program launched. You could have a piece of music written to completion. You could have all of your YouTube and podcast, all of your content done so that you can truly actually take 3 weeks off for Christmas like you've been dreaming of doing. There really is a way. So apply to see if you qualify for Innovation Incubator. I cannot wait to see your name come through. Until the next episode, or until we chat about your application.